all of my YouTube friends. Brad Clark here. I am going to be leading your Wednesday boot camp class. I sure am happy that you are joining me. Today we are going to go through 3 different bouts of exercises. There will be 4 exercises in each. We'll do them all 4 times. I'll use the first round to kind of explain what we're doing and going at a little slower pace. And then the next 3 rounds, we'll go through all of them a little bit faster with a little less talking from me. So what you'll need for today is, for a few of these exercises, you'll need some light dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, there's lots of other things around the house that you can use. Take this opportunity to pause the video and go find them, whether they're soup cans, heavy water jugs, anything like that. I am actually going to use a weighted bar today. So if you have maybe a heavy broom handle or something like that that you can grab a hold of, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I just thought I'd change things up today. And if you often find yourself in the gym wondering how to do some of these exercises with a barbell, maybe I can show you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our first group of exercises is going to be a squat, a plank, an overhead press, and we're going to do some punching to finish up each round. So for the squat, I'm going to start with the bar on my back, just above my shoulder blades, my hands on top of the bar. I can hold it like this, or I can hold it completely over the top. It's whatever you want to do. If you're using dumbbells, you can just hold them at your sides or up on your shoulders, similar to where I'm holding the bar. So we're going to squat for 15 reps. Here we go. Remember, you're coming down just to about where your hips are as high as the knee at its highest point. So your whole upper leg is going to be basically parallel to the floor. If you're using weight, but you're not getting that kind of depth, consider dropping the weight and focusing more on depth. Range of motion is always going to be key. So I'm at 14, 15. Plank, take it down to the ground. I'm going to go for my elbows. We've got 30 seconds of planking. All right, ready? Go. Remember, the elbows are going to be directly under our shoulders. Head is in line with our spine. Your eyes should be about over your thumbs. You can go with your feet apart or together. It's completely up to you. But the back is flat. And we're staying nice and level. Got about 5 seconds left. Done. All right, overhead press. We're going to start here at about our chin, or a little below. Take it straight up over our head and back down. If you've got dumbbells, it's the same exact move. Just your weight's not connected like mine is. If you have trouble with the shoulders, getting all the way back down here, you can come up a little bit higher, but again, range of motion is key. Focus on getting a little bit lower before adding weight. So, we've got 15 of these. Go. Four. Now if I go from the side, you'll notice that as the weight comes up, it kind of rotates backwards a little bit up over my head. That's what we want to do. We don't want to keep the weight out here in front of us the whole time. It's too much for the smaller muscles in our deltoids to handle. We want to keep the leverage and keep our shoulders straight underneath them. $15. All right, the last exercise we're going to do is a little cardio bump. It's going to be our punches. So we're going to start with a split stance. If you're a righty, the right foot is back, hands are up by our chin. Remember, we're going to throw our punches. We're just going to do 1, 2, so jab straight. We throw our punches from the hip first and then rotate, okay? You can get a little bit of pivot on this back foot if you want. We're aiming with the top 2 knuckles, not our entire hand. So we're not throwing it this way. We're just throwing these top 2 knuckles as they stay nice and in line with our forearm, okay? 1, 2, catch your breath, good reps, and go right into the next one. So we got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Nice tight punches, like you're punching down a hallway. About 5 seconds. One more. Good. All right, so that's round 1. We're going to go through the next 3 rounds a little bit faster. If you can't keep pace with me, that's fine. Feel free to pause the video and catch back up if you need to. But we're going to go right into the squats. 15 of them. Go. $13 for me. 15. All right, take it to the mat and we're going to plank. 30 seconds. And go. Pull that belly button into the spine. Little over halfway there. And done. All right, bring it up and we're going to overhead press. 15 of these. Go. $13, $14, $15. Good. All right, now we've got our punches. So, 30 seconds. Ready? Go. About 10 seconds. Good. Grab your weight if you're using any, bring it back up, and we're going to squat. 15 of them. Go. Big thing to remember with the squat, make sure that you are forcing the knees outward. Okay, we don't want them caving in this way. Depending on your hip structure, it may be more advantageous for you to go with your toes a little more pointed out. I am one of those people. But if you're more here with your toes going forward, that's okay too. $14, $15. I'll have to do a video about how to figure out foot position when you squat. I know a really good way, but it doesn't belong here. 30-second plank. Ready? Go. Little less than 10 seconds. Done. Bring it up for the shoulder press. 15. I'll go from the side again. Go. $11, $12, $15. And for our third time, we're going to punch. 30 seconds. Ready? Go! Remember, we're not throwing haymakers here. We're just getting that heart rate up, using our whole body. 10 seconds. 5. Good. All right, last round. We are going to squat. 15 of them. Ready? Go. If you find yourself using a bar for the squat, maybe you're at the gym or you have access to a bar at your house, there are two ways that you can position the bar. Either a high bar squat or a low bar squat. If you were doing a high bar squat, which is kind of what I'm doing now, the bar is resting on the traps, so those big muscles that surround your neck. If you were doing a low bar squat, the bar would be down here a little more, sitting on top of the rear deltoids. A little bit easier to hit depth with a high bar squat, but you can do more weight with a low bar squat. Those are your two key differences. All right, we're going to plank, 30 seconds. Go. Time. That felt really fast. I hope that was 30 seconds. All right, overhead press, last round. 15. Go. $14, $15. All right, and we are going to punch. 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Ten seconds. Good. All right, that is it for our first bout. Let's move on to round two. Okay, so for round two, we have got a lunge, a twist with a dumbbell. So you can see I got my dumbbell there. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can use anything from a pillow to a kettlebell to a medicine ball to your dog, whatever. Anything that you've got laying around that maybe can provide a little bit of extra weight. We're also going to do push-ups, and then we're going to close with a little cardio and a 30-second run. We're going to go through that whole thing 4 times. So, to start with the lunge, you're going to stride out and then back. Now, For depth, I'm looking for that back knee to get just a little bit up off the ground. We're trying to get 90 degrees in the hips and in the knees. If you want to do a reverse lunge and step backwards, you're welcome to if you choose. Generally, a reverse lunge is going to be a little bit more of a quad dominant exercise, so your thighs. A forward lunge that then steps back is a little more glute and hamstring. So I prefer to do a forward stepping lunge, but you can do whatever you like. If you need something for balance, feel free to hold on to any furniture or railings that you may have in the location that you are in. Or if you still have your broom handle or weighted bar laying around, you can always hold it up like a big old wizard staff and hold on to it from the side, whatever works for you. But we are going to do 12 of these, so 6 on each side, okay? Go. It's also important to remember here that we don't want to do what we call a tightrope lunge, which is where our feet end up going in a straight line right in front of each other. That's not great on our hips or our knees. It can also be less than ideal for balance. So the distance between your feet at your starting position, which is generally about hip width apart, is about where you want to stay while you're doing the lunge. And that is 12. So we're going to go down to our butts. Knees are bent, feet out in front of us. You can have your feet on the ground or in the air. I don't really care. I prefer to have my feet on the ground just because the main focus of the twist for me is the twist. And if my feet are up in the ground, I can find myself being more worried about my balance than I am getting good rotation. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do, but my feet will stay on the ground. We'll be holding a weight or whatever you've got right out in front of you. If you have absolutely nothing, you can just hold your hands. So get a good twist, try to get as far back around you as you can, go back the other way. We're going to do 20 of these, so 10 each way. Ready? Go! And you want to get a little bit of a lean also. It'll give you a little more room to rotate. Ten and 10, I should say. All right, bring it back up, and we are going to push up. Sorry, we're going to stay down. We just have 10 push-ups. You can do these from your feet or your knees. If both of those options are too difficult, look for something around you that you can use to raise your hands. Maybe it's the bottom step of a staircase. Maybe it's a footrest that goes along with the couch. If you need to, you can even use the wall. But we're going to go for 10 of them. Go! Good. All right, bring it up, and we are going to jog in place. If you don't want to jog, you want a little less impact, you can do marchers. You can also walk if you're in a place where you can walk. I'm in a place where I could jog, but I'm sure you don't want to see me going in and out of camera. So, 30 seconds of a run. Ready? Go! Don't forget to use your arms. And get a good pace. There's no need to sprint because we're going to do this 3 more times after this. And good. All right, we're going to go back to the lunge. We're going to move a little bit faster between exercises now. I'm going to stay a little more quiet, which is good. It's going to help me breathe better. So, 12, 6, and 6. make sure that you are stepping out nice and far. If you find that you're having trouble getting 90 degrees in the hips and the knees, generally I have found it is because people want to step too short. They want to go like this, and then everything starts to cave forward. So make sure you're getting out there nice and far. All right, we got a twist. 20 of them. Go. Flip it over, and we're going to push up. 10 of them. Go. Bring it back up, and we are going to run. 30 seconds. Go. You like that little start? Gotta add a little flair every now and then. Halfway. Five seconds. Good. We are halfway through this bout. We are going back to lunges. Go. 12 total. Now I'm going to stay with the forward lunge. If you would like to switch it up and go backwards, you're welcome to. But my quads are a little sore from a leg day the other day. So I'm going to stay focusing on the hamstrings. Good. All right, we got our twist. 20 of them. I am going to switch directions. Go. Roll it over for everybody's favorite part, the push-ups. 10 of them. You may not be keeping up with me on the push-ups. That's okay. You can always hit pause. I tend to burn through those because I hate them. I hate them a lot. So, sorry. All right, we're gonna run 30 seconds. Go. Ten seconds. Good. All right, last round. Lunges. Go. Lost balance a little bit. All right, we got our twist. Go. thankfully, our final round of push-ups. 10 of them. Go. Bring it up, and we are going to run. Go. In case you're wondering, yes, this is what it looks like when I actually run. It's not pretty. Ten seconds. Done. Very nice. We are through 2 bouts. We have 1 more ready to go. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, for bout number 3, I'm going to go back to the weighted bar. If you have dumbbells around, maybe go ahead and grab them, because you'll need them for this one. We are going to do some stiff-legged deadlifts. We're going to do a bent over row. We are going to crunch, and then we're going to close with a jump row. So, we'll get started with a stiff-legged deadlift. Again, if you have dumbbells, you're more than welcome to use them for this. They work just as well. For a stiff-legged deadlift, we're not actually going to be completely stiff-legged, as in our knees being locked out. There's going to be a little bit of bend in them. All we're going to do is hinge at the hips, keeping our spine neutral. We're going to come down till we feel a stretch in the hamstrings and in the glutes, and then we're going to bring ourselves back upward again. So it's going to look a little bit like this. I'm getting a stretch, the weight's just hanging, and I'm coming straight back up, okay? So we are going to do that for 15. Ready? Go. And if you want to kind of hold it at the bottom for a second, you're welcome to. That's kind of the way I like to do it. I like to feel that stretch and then really feel those muscles in my glutes and hamstrings contract to help me bring the weight back up. And 6, 7. Now remember, it's key to keep the back flat. We don't want to be rounded like this. We want to be nice and flat. And the only thing we're doing is letting our hips hinge, which means our backside is going back this way as we rotate around the hips. Rotate is not the correct technical term. It would be, what would it be? Flex? Flex? Good. Now, for a bent over row, we're essentially going to be in the same position we were in at the bottom of the stiff-legged deadlift. All we're going to do, though, is pull the bar up to our chest using our muscles in the back. And then we're going to relax the bar back straight down. If you have dumbbells, again, it's the exact same move. So from the side, I'm going to be down here from the start with the weight hanging. I'm going to pull up to the chest and back down. The key with a bent over row, a good one anyway, is pulling from the elbows, not from the hands. What I see a lot of is people who want to pull from the hands and their elbows stay down here. All this is a bad bicep curl. That's not what we want. We want to hit the bigger muscles in our back. They're much more important. So if we pull from our elbows this way, see how much higher my elbows get rather than right here? That will help my shoulder blades squeeze and rotate together and engage the muscles of our lats a lot better, which is what we're aiming for. So we are going to do this also 15 times. Ready? Go! If you're using dumbbells, you can use a neutral grip position. You do not have to be palm down as I am. That's 15. All right, we're going to go down to the ground. We are going to crunch, not for reps this time, but for time. So you're going to go for 30 seconds, trying to get as many good, under control reps as you can get. on the crunch. You can go hands behind your head, down to your side, across your chest, wherever you would like them to go. Ready? Go! Now remember, we're just coming up off the ground high enough for our shoulder blades not to be touching. Ten seconds. Good. Bring it back up. And we are going to jump rope. Now, if you don't want to have the impact of your feet leaving the ground and coming back down, again, you can do marchers or you can do calf raises, whatever you'd like to do. 30 seconds. Go. If you have an actual jump rope, you could always do that. Ten seconds. Good. All right, 3 more rounds. We're going to go through a little bit quicker. Stiff-legged deadlift. 15 of them. Go. Now, if you don't have any weight at all for this, you can also put your hands up behind your head like you would do for a crunch or a sit-up. And sometimes just the leverage of your own body weight will be enough resistance for you to feel it. If it is, but it's not quite enough, you can always just do more. We're doing 15, but you can go to 20 or 25. And if you need to pause the video so that you can catch back up in the next exercise, you're welcome to do that. Again, my pro tip for the day, if you need a quick fast forward or a quick rewind, just double tap either side of the screen and YouTube will take you 20 seconds in either direction. I don't know why I'm putting this down. We have a bent over row. Ready? Go! 15. You will also notice on the bent over row, when I am down at the bottom, down here, I'm not with my head looking straight up. The reason for that is you can get this arch in the low back, which we don't want. It's okay to be looking at the ground somewhat in front of you and keeping a nice flat back. All right, 30-second crunches. Ready? Go. I am going hands across the chest. Generally, I go hands behind my head, but I can't see the clock if I do that today. So, they're going to be right here. And you have 10 seconds left. Good. So originally, as we go back to 15 of them. And 15. Good. All right. right, bent over row for 15. Go. $15. All right. And we are going to crunch. 30 seconds. Go. Five more seconds. Good. Bring it up. And we're going to jump rope. Go. In seconds. Good. All right, last round. Stiff-legged deadlift. Go. Ten. 15. All right, we're going to jump right into our bent over row. Go. Take it down to the ground. We are going to crunch. Ready, go. I do not like having my hands across my chest from when I crunch. So I'll just strain a little bit and make sure I can see the clock. Five seconds. Good. Bring it up. And we are going to do our last round of jump rope. Ready? Go. I really appreciate you guys joining me today. Whether you're watching this right after it went up or maybe a few days later. And time. There's a round of applause for you. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Brad. You can catch me every Wednesday doing this boot camp class. I encourage you to tune in and check out our other classes running all throughout the week. So, likes, comments, subscribes, all those things are great. We love them. You can also email us directly at virtualwellness@trihealth.com. So, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thanks a bunch. Bye.